I think we live. I think we live. What up, beautiful people? What's happening, beautiful people? Let's go. It is Monday morning, 5 a.m. on my side, 8 a.m. on the East Coast. And let me tell you, what a weekend. What a weekend. I was trying to do it on my setup, but I already know they be tripping. So we're going to let this room up. What up, Sean? What up, baby? What up, baby? I'm telling y'all straight, I almost didn't make it. I almost didn't make it. G. Willikers, Batman. Almost didn't make it. Ew. What's poppin'? I almost didn't make it. I almost reneged on y'all. Oh man, it was amazing. What's poppin', family? What's poppin'? As y'all come into the chat, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you like the live, share the live. You don't have to share the live. You just gotta just put your thumbs up in there. There's 22 people, should be 22 thumbs up. Just that simple. My guy. What up, Marcus? What up, baby? What up, Dinar? I missed you this weekend. What up, Selena? What up, G? My guy, Garrett. You back in Dallas? My guy back in Dallas safe. My guy, Keith. What up, baby? I'll be in Arizona with you tomorrow, bro. I'll be in Arizona. I'll let you know. I'm a part. I need to book the Airbnb and stuff today. Vegas was lit. So imagine, I've lived here since 2012, left during the pandemic, went to Florida, stayed in Florida 4 years, just came back. Since I've been back, since January, I don't know if you guys have ever moved across country, but I've done it twice. And let me tell you, it is not easy going from one side of the states to the other side of the states. First time I went, I left with guns, weed, and dogs. The second time I went, I came back with no dogs, guns, weed, and daughters. I came back with like 2 pandemic babies. I left with weed, guns, and dogs. Going to Florida. Came back to Vegas. Weed, guns, no dogs, but 2 babies. That's that Florida water, it's that Florida water. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. I was trying to practice. What's happening? To be honest, I was shocked. I was shocked the nigga was still working. I was shocked he was still working. To be honest, I said, what did you do? Like, what did you do? But it produced the Genesis and Ivy, 2 of the most special individuals in my life that will literally 100% make sure that every movement is strategic. Everything that I do helps benefits them in their life, because life is not easy. So let's talk about it. Let's do a quick little recap. For those who missed it, put a 1 in the chat if you didn't make it out to Vegas. Put a 1 in the chat. And if you're in this live and have not clicked that like yet, again, just exit the live. Just get the fuck out. Like just get out. Like if I still got to tell you to hit the thumbs up when you get in here, just get the fuck out of here. Please. Because I'm going to go in on you today. Because what people fail to realize, after everything we went through this weekend, from all the speakers to the events to the parties to the turning up, there was only a few people that were here that were serious about leveling up. And the reason why they were serious, because no matter what, they showed up. And showing up is so important. Let me tell you, showing up is so important. As I skipped Wick Talk this morning, I'm just saying. As I skipped Wick Talk this morning. But I figured Mondays is like a 30-minute Wick Talk. So I said, you know what, bro, I can really, really use this little extra 30 minutes of sleep. I can, and I never choose sleep over fucking showing up. So I said, you know what? Half these motherfuckers ain't gonna hit the thumbs up anyway, so therefore I'm gonna be telling them to hit the thumbs up for 15 minutes in a 30-minute class. So I'm like, the hell with them. But let me tell y'all, this weekend was amazing because it sparked that fire again. And let me tell you what fire it sparked. Because what I realize is as an individual, and this is going to be a mindset about the presence of showing up and being celebrated. Y'all understand that? Have you ever went to one of your old family reunions, and then when you get there, and because you're kind of like the little superstar of the family, you're the only one really got something going on. And when you get to the house, everybody's celebrating. Oh my God, Garrett. Oh my God, Chantel. Oh my God, Denara. Oh my God, Keith is home. Yeah, put some fire in the chat if you're that light in your family. Like every time you go to the family reunion, everybody's like, where is he at? Where is he at? Where is he at? Where is he at? So I've always been that guy. I personally have always been that guy. I've always been that light every time I pop up in a room, every time I show up to a place. I'm always bringing proper energy. What I realized this particular weekend is that I was celebrated by the people, not by the organization. And what that meant was I'm doing what's right for the people, but I'm literally not doing what I'm supposed to do for myself to get my personal self celebrated. Everybody that got on that stage, 100% worthy of being on that stage. But as a competitor, as an individual, as a high-vibing individual, one individual come to me and he says, why we don't see you on stage no more? He asked me. And my answer was, because new people deserve that stage. But that's not the true answer. The true answer is, I stopped giving a fuck about being on the stage until I was there looking like, what the fuck? Why am I not on stage? You see? And this is a feeling that most individuals won't be transparent about. Like, I don't mind being transparent about any and everything that basically goes through me. So I'm like sitting there in the audience and I don't mind like clapping for family. I don't mind clapping for those who deserve it. I don't mind celebrating any and everybody. So this is no knock for any and everybody who got on the stage. But let me tell you, I go, yo, there was a simple thing missing in almost every speaker that was on stage. And that was that energy. That was that 888 energy that controls the room, that demands the crowd and keeps the energy in the crowd the whole time while being on stage. There were so many dead moments in people's speech. There were so many dead moments and dead energy in the room where a speaker was trying to get the room to react and the room was like half the room was reacting. Let me tell you, G. So I'm like thinking like to myself, I'm like, well, yo. Next time there's an event like this, like we're going to make sure that 888 energy is not only present. We need to make sure that also that we're on the stage. We need to also make sure that we're creating new leaders. We're creating new celebrations that no matter what we got going on, that they have to celebrate us. Understand that, beautiful people. Understand that. Oh, for sure. You know, they cannot not put me on stage in Atlanta. They were like, shit, all these niggas around here, we got to get them when we're on stage. They like, yeah, we don't put this brother on stage, we might have a mutiny around here. We might get a mutiny around here. But let me tell you, like, and as a guy who I'm very familiar with events. I'm very familiar with showing up. So I show up and I smile. I make sure I'm presentable. I make sure I'm looking good. Let me say it again for the the individual sitting in the room, and don't click that thumbs up. If you have not clicked the thumbs up, please excuse yourself from the room. And if you want to click the thumbs up, you're more than welcome to click the thumbs up and stay in the room. But if you're jumping in and you're clicking the Zoom link from our chats and you get in here and you've refused just to click the thumbs up, go sit your ass back down in the damn OBGI Genius chat. Go sit your ass over there where nobody responds. Go sit in the OBG lobby over there. That's where you can go. Go sit in that lobby and wonder why you don't succeed. Because there were several moments where key speakers were speaking, and then they also started talking the difference between, let me give you guys a nice little recap. They started speaking the difference between hunters versus farmers. Put a 1 in the chat right now if you feel that you're a hunter. Put that in the chat right now. Somebody describe a hunter. Somebody put all of that definition in the chat, because we live on YouTube, so the chat is live, so I can see y'all like right here, right now as we go. Put some 1s in the chat if you feel like you are a hunter. There we go. Look at this. Let's go. Let's go. There we go, Dinar. She already knows. Like I said, goes out, looks for the kill. Goes out and looks for the kill. So that's right, Marcus. That is right. So you see how we say, as a hunter, you're literally going for the kill. So in this business, when you're hunting, that means you're shooting. You're shooting shit. You're shooting things, meaning you're taking all the trades. You're in all the classes. You're trying to recruit any and everybody. You're pow 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 pow. You're like Kendrick Lamar. Beep pop boop pop boom pop boom. The type of shit I'm on, they won't understand. See, you guys are on that part, that hunter, in the hunter mode. So as a gentleman, as a man, like, we get into hunting mode all the time when it comes to the opposite sex. When we we get that oil in us, we start hunting. But as a farmer, put some 1s in the chat if you feel that you are a farmer. Oh, I'm going to break it down, the difference between them, so you'll understand why you should be both. I mean, why I would even say why you should just be the farmer. Because the farmer in itself plants the seeds. And when you plant the seed, you must 100% protect your crop. So when you're planting good seeds in really good soil that has literally been taken care of, because the grass is not greener on the other side, it's greener where you water. Let me say that again. The grass is not greener on the other side. It's basically greener where you water. So therefore, when you plant your seed in really good soil and you protect that soil, you protect that seed, you give it sun, you give it water, you give it nutrients, you give it love, you sing into it, guess what you're going to produce? Yes. So what I realized is that in OBG, we're a lot of farmers, and we're also a lot of hunters. More hunters than farmers. More hunters than farmers. In my AAA group, we have more hunters than farmers. And so I started thinking like, yo, I'm an old farmer. Like, I know how to farm. I know how to plant seeds. I know how to like take care of soil. I probably ain't got the mindset to do it now, but I grew up doing these things. I'm a little bougie now, so I'm like, I don't even know if I want to get my hands dirty, you know. I don't even know if I want to even get my hands dirty now. But I think it's time that we all start understanding the whole purpose of the cycle of what we're doing with financial literacy. Because I know so many individuals who need help financially. Hell, I need help financially. Put some 8s in the chat if you need help financially. Like, let's go. Let's talk about it. Like, don't we all want that Lugo money? Don't we all want them that $100,000 withdrawals? Don't everybody want that big bag? because you're producing that. You're like in that energy. You're like planting seeds for that. You're farming that. But you know the difference between us and him is that he's always planting seeds. He's always planting seeds. He's always watering seeds. He's always signing sunlight. He's always in the chat. He's always giving you trades. He's always teaching you something. He's always giving you something. Giveaways, always doing something. Anytime you want to do an opportunity, you want to do an event, he flies out. So when you start looking at others' givings versus your giving, and you look at their receiving versus your receiving, you start saying, yo, that's why his crop is greener. I have a really good crop, but my crop ain't looking like that. And we all possess the exact same energy, exact same mindset. We all possess that. No, he's just a farmer. He's just a farmer that protects his crop, Patrice. You see, that's the difference. See, because you're a farmer don't mean you can't shoot some shit. And this is the whole mindset, you see? He's a farmer that protects the seeds. Because you farming, that don't mean you won't shoot some shit. You understand that? A hunter ain't planting seeds. He's killing. And what happens to the hunter, he's only good as his last hunt. Like imagine a trader who is only good as your last trade. You can't come into a new trade with the energy from the last trade because the last trade has been closed out. And now that you're entering into the market again, now it's a totally different type of ballgame because now you can jump into the market for the second time and get the totally opposite results. That's right, Keith. Keith said, I'm a farmer with a big gun. I love it. I love it. So I told myself, you know what? It's time to step out of the eggshell. And where my eggshell lies is literally trying to balance my personal business, my personal growth, my family, you guys. Like that is like I feel like I'm juggling sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm fucking on a unicycle juggling. Yeah, but it's doable. And it's doable. But now it's coming to a point where if the difference between me being on stage is sacrificing that balance, something has to go. Something has to go. So I started thinking to myself and I started making the decision. And I'm going to let you guys know first. I made the decision to go hands off of my Florida retail operation, just to let you guys know. Imagine that. I said, you know what? After this weekend, I am 100% for sure going to bow out in the retail business, just in Florida, because in Florida, I'm not there no more. So I'm here. Location still be rocking and rolling. But I said, you know what? 24, 25 years. These are pandemic kiosks. These are pandemic stores. Florida is not what it used to be. Retail is not what it used to be. So it's kind of like creating a baby, growing the baby, and then realizing like, yo, this baby is no longer serving me. This baby is no longer has the same purpose because what's happening now is like now it's a 6-hour stress on a flight. It's a 6-hour cross the country headache. You understand? So it's now like, yo, I need to go back to Florida just to show a motherfucker how to close a trash register and put receipt paper in there. Like it's those phone calls. I said, they have to come out of my life because 9 out of 10, I'm not taking bigger trades when bigger trades happen because I'm on my phone dealing with some retail shit. So I started saying, let me start cutting liabilities, which were once assets. How many people saw that video I did between income, expense, liability, assets? Put a 1 in the chat if you saw that video I did on social media. Put a 2 in the chat if you didn't, because I'm going to explain it to you right now. the difference between that. And this basically allows you to have a choice, because we all have a choice. We all have a choice. So I'm going to draw some out on paper. It's probably be upside down in the in the video. For sure it's going to be upside down. We'll do it like that. I'm going to write income, and we're going to split. I need a better pen. Oh, yeah. Let's go, OBG. OBG. So we got income, expense, assets, liabilities. Y'all see that? Put some fire in the chat if you can see it. Put some fire in the chat if you can see it. You have poor mindset, middle class mindset, wealth mindset. Y'all see that? From the poor man's mindset, right here, from the poor man's mindset, each individual has a job. Each individual up here has a job, has a purpose, has a way that they're making money, and a income producing. They produce income. So let me show you guys the difference. All right, watch this. A poor man has a job, produces income, and when the income comes in, he has a choice. He has a choice to spend it, meaning just buying shit, buying t-shirts, buying this, buying that, paying little bills here, paying little bills there. So that means the money comes in and then gets dispersed out from the expense. That's the poor man mindset. I go to work, I make money, but I ain't got money. I ain't got money to invest. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I ain't got never have enough money for nothing. Put some ones in the chat if you feel like that was you at one point, or even still you. That poor man mindset. I go to work, I produce money, and when I got money in my account, the first choice I make is I spend it. Meaning you go to work and all of your money that you're making is basically already spoken for because of the bills that you have created. Boom, right here. That's the poor man's mindset. And you got to keep it real with me. I'm telling y'all, because I'm telling you guys, I just got rid of an extremely lucrative producing. Like I let it go to come over here to say, you know what? The grass is going to be greener here because this is where I'm at. You see? Imagine the middleman, the middle class. A lot of you guys are middle class where you have a pretty decent job. You have a really good job that has been taking care of everything that you've been doing, and it allows you to produce, have a choice, spend, and create liabilities. Meaning you went and bought a house, you went and bought a car, you went and bought things that you thought that was assets, but now they're liabilities. How many people went and got a car, and now that car is the reason why you're struggling at the end of the month? Put some fire in the chat, put some ones in the chat, and let's be honest. How many people that went and bought something, invested in something, and now that that's more of a liability for you every month, because now you're like, shit, maybe I shouldn't have did that. So imagine the middleman, the middle class mindset goes from making money, having a choice what to do with the money, spending the money. But what they do different from the poor man mindset is that they have liabilities. The poor man doesn't own. These guys own. The middle class own. This is why the middle class is one of the largest income producing class, because you guys are the one that purchase. America has the largest middle class in any other country because we are the biggest purchasing country out of all countries. We purchase everybody's shit, and it's the middle class who do it. But your money comes in here, gets dispersed out here, and then drops down here, and then get dispersed out again. And that's where the tap is finished, right there. Let me show you the difference between the wealthy mindset. Because the wealthy mindset, their job does not produce the income right here. You see? This is the difference because you have a choice on how you produce this income. The wealthy start from assets. Their job is to find the most lucrative asset that is going to produce the maximum amount of income. Let me say this again. The wealthy mindset, their job is to find the most lucrative asset that produce the maximum amount of income that also have expenses, which is why we pay taxes what we want to pay versus what we should pay, because we can claim expenses. We also have liabilities because we own houses, we own cars, we own things. But the difference between the wealthy, the poor, the middle is that the assets that the wealthy create comes in three different ways, and that is passive, residual, and direct. They're making money while they're asleep. They're making money off of with other people, and they're got direct money. So the key to what I just showed you is that every one of us have income producing things that literally gives you a choice on what you're going to do once you get the money. So in this mindset, what I want you guys to start understanding is that it's not that you don't have money. It's not that you don't have enough money. You should be sick and tired of making the exact same decisions with the money that you're making that is producing the results that is producing, because it's you and your actions that are producing what you're producing with the money you're receiving. So I said, it's time to turn up. Because see, when I was in the street, everybody knew. Everybody knew. You wanted to get some packs off, you need to go talk to H. Everybody knew. Where H at? Oh, he out there in Vegas. What he got going on, bro? He got a spot on the strip, bro. He making it work, bro. I don't know how he doing it, but he making it work. You understand that? Like, so I started telling myself. So when I got out of the dope game, I started thinking like, you know what? Let me just humble myself and let me just stay in the retail game. But the energy stays the same. You see what I'm saying? So I got over here and I'm hustling in the retail game. I'm growing. I'm planting seeds. I'm boom, 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 boom. I'm doing it all. But then I started saying, you know what? I got over here in the Forex and I say, let me be humble. Let me be Scottie Pimpin. Let me just follow. And I don't mind following. I don't mind being Scottie Pimpin. That's my thing here. I'm totally fine with that. But the performance, I started saying, sheesh. When you walk in a room and the people love you, that's one vibe. But when you walk in a room and everybody loves you, but then everybody wonders why you're not on stage and that person is on stage, you start thinking, that person outworked me. That person outperformed me. That person did more seed planting than I did. That person made better choices to the asset column that created more passive, more residual, more direct income than I did. So therefore, Igenius, the hub, chooses to celebrate them. One thing I loved about Igenius when I joined Igenius was that they only benefit you from effort. You see, what we do here in OBG is free. They don't see this. You see, and this is what I get misconstrued sometimes because I put in a lot of work with OBG. Igenius don't see this. So I started saying, all the movement now from here on out has to be the movement where the light is shined on the actual platform that we're using. You understand that? Put an 8 in the chat if you pay Igenius. Put an 8 in the chat right now if you pay Igenius. Put some 8s in the chat if you pay Igenius. Put a 1 in the chat if you pay Igenius, but you only talk OBG. Watch it. Here we go. Put a 1 in the chat if you pay Igenius, but you only talk OBG. Let me tell y'all, that has to switch because OBG is Igenius. And Igenius just stepped their platform up to be more user-friendly for their customer. So, because if you was not here for the actual event, what Igenius did was said, hey, Mr. H, I see you working. I see you signing people up. We see you, but I can't celebrate you. But what we're going to do for people just like you, Mr. H, we're going to make our actual platform, which has a 90% customer usage rate. Put a 2 in the chat if you have no clue what that means. It has a 9. When I started 4 years ago, it had a 80%. It is a 90% customer usage rate. Misha, what that means is Igenius is a financial academy where they teach you how to have a better relationship with money. I personally have never been in a part of an organization that has a network marketing building to it and a financial building to it and has a 90% customers. Most of the time, they have 90% network marketer, 10% customers, meaning the product don't work, but it's lucrative to build it. And this is why the product gets a shitty name. People say, hey, I can teach you how to do Forex, but the person don't know Forex. So he brings you to a platform. He makes you watch these basic ass videos. You never learn, but you pay. Igenius is saying, not only are we number one in the industry right now in network marketing and financial online academy, but we have a 90% customer rate, meaning 90% of people are saying, I choose to use Igenius products because it actually works. I don't know if you guys don't know it, that OBG, we are the product of the products, because everything they're teaching you Forex. You got me. You got Alex. They're teaching you binary. You got Easy. They're teaching you stocks. You got Michelle. They're teaching you crypto. You got Anthony over there. You got Josh over here. Josh learned from Anthony. You guys understand what I'm saying? You guys are getting what I'm saying right now? Most people will say, I would rather just pay you, Mr. H, and just not pay Igenius and just work up under you, sir. Is that possible? Because they felt like I pay Igenius, but I use OBG. But what you fail to realize, you only have access to OBG because of Igenius. Because the minute your fucking subscription is not paid, you get kicked out of the OBG chats. Put some ones in the chat if you understand that. Put some ones in the chat if you start understanding it. So when you start realizing like, yo, the platform is not that bad. We just don't use it because we're over here. So I'm here to tell y'all, I'm going to start transitioning. So when I start bringing in my new people, I'm going to start putting them over there to that 90% usage rate, because what happens is you guys get really, really spoiled here. You guys get really, really spoiled here. And you guys come in classes asking questions and trying to get things solved, when the simple fact, that was like video fucking number 1. All you have to really do is just put in the work. All you have to do is put in the work. You're still going to have access to everything. But people must understand how powerful the platform is. Now they have upgraded their website to be even more efficient for user-friendly. Now imagine this, when you sign someone up, watch this, beautiful people, what they have done. When you sign someone up, they receive that welcome email from Igenius. The minute they click on that email, it says to them then, you must download Telegram. You must do this. You must do this. Here's the links for this. Here's the links for this. And now the people can now follow suit. And the people who are serious, from going from hunting for opportunity to planting seeds in the opportunity that they received to start growing crops in that arena, in that industry. So when I saw that this weekend, I said, farmer versus hunter. You know what also Anthony said that really stuck with me? He said, the Lamborghini doesn't care what the Honda does. y'all understand that. He directly got on stage and he said, the Lamborghini doesn't care what Honda do. That, he's like, do I need to say anything more? You think a Lamborghini salesman is coming to the office and going, oh my God, did you guys see what the Honda did? They don't even talk about it. In fact, you never even see customers. You don't even see commercials. You don't even see Lamborghini commercials because the people who are purchasing Lamborghinis are not home watching TV. The people who are purchasing Bentleys are not at home watching TV. So you don't see the supercar commercials. You don't see the lucrative commercials for those supercars. You don't see those commercials. You don't see those commercials. Why? Because their customer base is not there. So when you're in your place and you're in your space and you're a Lamborghini and you're giving commercials to Hondas in your city and you're wondering why it's not working, put some 8s in the chat. Put some 8s in the chat. I'm here to tell y'all, beautiful people, like we're Lamborghinis over here. He said, I did Igenius before OBG videos. And yeah, I always tell people, go to Market Pro, do this, do that, do this, do this, do this. And so when you come over here, you have a better understanding when you're in the WIC talk and I start breaking down roof, floor, 4-hour charts, gaps, liquidity. Like you have all of that stuff on the back office. People go watch the videos, but they don't fucking learn. You understand that? This is the difference. This is the difference. People watch videos, but they don't learn. I think this is the very first time that I had more likes than I had people in the live. Thank God that those other people got out. We're growing over here. Yo, Keisha, we're growing. We're growing. So to let you guys know, to give you guys a little bit more confidence in the platform that you pay for, they are serious about organizing, reorganizing, revamping, enhancing any and everything that is needed for their customers to have the best growth experience possible financially. And as an individual and as a leader and as someone that is ranked in that space, it really gives me even more confidence to say, they just made it a lot easier to even get back on stage. They just made it a lot easier to bring an individual in the space that has no clue what's going on, no financial background, doesn't matter where they come from, doesn't matter their experience, to bring them to the platform and have a very usage efficient way of getting started. Because a lot of you guys are elite members right now and still don't spend no time in the recorded session. I have choices. I have selects, I have premiums, dying for the recorded sessions. I get people upgrade from choice to select, from select to premium, premium to elite, and then only show up for open bail. And then when you lose an open bail, you realize, oh, fuck, man, I ain't doing open bail no more. I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. I'm like, why do you simplify yourself so much when we're so well diverse? It's the performance. Because my jump shot is going in, that doesn't mean that's all I do that game. I still need to make assists. I still need to get steals. I still got to play solid defense. I still need to protect the ball. Just because I hit you once doesn't mean I can start. No. I still got to, I still got to tuck in. I still got to slip, move. All of that. That's the recorded sessions. You got so much sauce. You got 4 years of sauce in the recorded sessions. Let me tell you about the guys that I be signing up. I got a lot of guys that are in the actual federal penitentiary. I got several guys that are in the federal penitentiary under me that we have a whole little like separate thing going on. And one thing I love about those guys is that they have nothing but time on their hands. So they're like deep in the recorded sessions. And this is why you see one of these guys in federal penitentiary producing over 200,000. You understand? Like producing 200K in prison when he probably didn't even do it on the street. What he went to prison for didn't produce what he in prison getting. And sometimes God said, let me lock you up to show you where your true blessings is at. It's not that you're a bad person. You just got the wrong products. You don't understand risk management. Your risk versus reward energy is like it's off. Because when I used to be out there hustling, what made me stop hustling, to be honest with you, is because I started saying, yo, I'm feeding a quality business with dirty money. And then when I take the dirty money out of the quality business, I realized the business didn't really have money. And I started thinking like, well, what the fuck? What kind of business is that? What kind of business is I got to constantly keep hustling out here on the street and I was just shifting the money, to be honest with you. So I didn't really give a damn if it didn't have money. And then when I started realizing like, well, why would it not have money? I just pulled the money in there and pulled the money out. Hell, it still should be able to take care of itself. You still should be able to wipe your own ass and feed yourself. Because you got salesmen, you got managers, you got operations, you got logistics, you got a whole squad over here. Why the hell you ain't feeding yourself? Why are you still hungry? Why I got to come back over here and dump more money into you? And the day I stopped putting dirty money in a clean environment, clean money started being produced. And it wasn't what the dirty money was, but then I realized if you put energy there, money flows where energy goes. So I started putting my energy there, and then that's where the millions came from. And you're talking 20-something plus years in business. Now I'm at the tail end of that business, and I go, yo, the world ain't the same no more. The energy of impulse buys is not the same. I remember back in the day, you could just run up on someone and boom, within 5 minutes, man, you got a $500, $800, $1,000 sale. Now that same little interaction takes 15, 20 minutes because people got to think. People go, shit, man, bro, I don't know if I can afford a $200 purchase right now, $300 purchase right now, even for my health. Imagine the people who need financial help but can't afford to properly invest. This is why I do this on YouTube, because it gives them an opportunity to get the basics of the basic in here. And let me tell you, this is way more than fucking basics that I'm giving you on YouTube. This is an elite class that I give on YouTube. But because the lack of understanding, the lack of education, the lack of financial literacy, the lack of fucking people being serious, they just think some random guy on YouTube just showing you charts. If they really understood what I'm showing you, the whole world will show up. But that's one thing I love about Igenius. They're going to prioritize whenever you decide to show up, that when you come on our platform, it is going to be efficient. It's going to be so user-friendly that people can go on there and imagine put ones in the chat right now. When you first came, you felt so overwhelmed. Oh my God. Whoa, this is so much information. Whoa, Nelly Bozo. You see? Imagine how many people come into the room like this. Have you ever walked into a room like this and you're like, oh shit. How many people sign up, they start opening up the chats for them, they throw them over to Igenius, and they're just like, oh my God, maybe I had an impulse. Let me press that refund button. They did tell me I have 10 days. This is too much. What my question to those people who have that and then they leave, they quit right then and there. How serious are you? Like, what makes you think it's going to be easy to level up financially? What makes you think it's going to be easy to truly receive more than what you're receiving right now? Because for one, you got to do more. Two, you have to make sacrifices. I was asked a question, the person will for sure know who he is. A guy asked me, he says, Mr. H, I know you're the perfect person to ask this question to, because I'm struggling finding the balance between trading and my job, because my job is a really good job. I'm getting paid really, really good money, but it's prime hours, 9-5. I produce medical. I'm producing medicine. Like, I'm in the lab. I'm like this, I'm doing this. But when I'm trading, I can get on your class, but I never can get on like open bail. And then when I'm in my lab and I'm doing this, and then I see the signals going off, I'm trying to produce medicine and take trades at the same time. And what my answer was, I'll give you the professional answer, not the answer I gave him, because I had a lot of oil in me when I gave him that answer. I told him, when you're diverse, money flows where energy goes. You can't be at your 9 to 5. Let me say this again. You can't be at your 9 to 5. You can, but I'm telling you, for max production. You can't be at the 9 to 5 where you're demanding, your attention has to be demanded there. And then jump out of your 9 to 5 and jump into a whole nother industry and a whole nother stream of income and try to get the max just because it requires just pressing a button. And that's where the biggest mistake happens in this business. Because it's so easy to enter into a trade and exit out of a trade, you do more entering and exit than you actually do winning. Put some 8s in the chat if this is you. You enter in a whole bunch of trades, but your results are horrible. Yeah. Because what I know is when I'm in my retail space, I'm not thinking about taking a trade. It's like taking a trade before you go to bed. You're going to be like this the whole time. You're going to... Hell, everybody knows, even when I'm teaching, if I'm in a trade when I'm teaching, you guys gonna see this shit right here. All right, guys, so we're gonna be trapping that day, and then we're gonna be y'all hold one second. Because it requires management. Trading requires management. And when you're trying to find the balance, it's just a simple fact. You can't manage it. And when you can't manage something, any and everybody's going to do an assessment on it and say, listen, if you can't manage it, don't do it. But that's not the key. You have to dedicate the specific time, or you're going to literally lock in on this particular industry. And because the other one is more lucrative right now, you have to prioritize that, because that's what gets you back over here. So when I'm planting these seeds in this literally corporation that I'm in for almost 20 years, 30 years working here, that pays me. Once I get that money, remember, this is where the balance comes from. Once I get that income producing money, I have the choice. Do I spend it? Do I buy shit that becomes liability? Or do I take that income and go get assets? Do I go buy gold? Do I go invest into US 30? Do I go invest into Igenius? Do I go invest into Mr. H? Do I go invest? You understand that? That's the difference. Prioritize your 9 to 5. I never knock a 9 to 5. Prioritize your 9 to 5, because that's what got you here. That's what sparked the energy of wanting more. That's where you're unhappy at. Now become happy, because now you understand that I have a choice. This is where my money is coming from. But what's happening is I'm getting that money and I'm producing it and putting it somewhere else. Let me put it in the asset column and let's see what grows out of that. This is the most lucrative soil. Someone said, I hear you, Mr. H. I hear what you're talking. I have assets, but I'm not efficient or using them correctly. I need to restructure, reorganize, and align my actions using the full power of my assets. So this is someone who has assets. But then let's go back to my 5 Ps. So you need the 5 Ps. You need the 5 Ps. This is from what you just said. You need the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. That's the 5 Ps. Oh, I got pretty big palms. I got pretty big palms. So the smack is real. One guy told me, he's like, bro, you got some pretty big ass palms. I was like, oh yeah, the smack is real. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Just that simple. You understand that? So if you properly prepare, that would increase your efficiency and make you start using things correctly. And when you're using them correctly, that will prevent the poor performance. How many people right now start taking trades and you get nervous? I was explaining this to my guy Langston's, I think it was his niece. And he wanted me to break down the power of the 5 Ps. And I started saying, do you ever get nervous when you're doing something? Put some ones in the chat if you get nervous when you're in a trade. I'm in need and very interested in purchasing Japanese black tourmaline. Put some ones in the chat if you get nervous when you're in a trade. Only if I over leverage. Fair. Leave a lot of money on the table. Yeah. So let me tell you guys once again where that comes from. Because we all understand yin and yang energy. Put some 8s in the chat if you understand yin and yang energy. And then we're going to get up out of here. We got 10 more minutes. I'm going to break this down. I'm going to leave you guys with this today. We all have yin and yang energy. Okay? When you're doing something that the ego is saying, I can do anything. I got this. I can do it. I can do it. I for sure can do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take this trade. Next time, I'm going to press the button. That's ego. You press the button. And when you press the button, performance has to happen and the butterflies appear. You're in the trade, the candle is moving, and butterflies appear. Oh my God, fuck. Why do I feel like this? Oh my God, I'm only like fucking $3 negative and I feel like I'm fucking losing everything. Put some ones in the chat if that is you. You could be negative $10 and $10 you don't give 2 shit. You just spent $13 at the gas station, but negative $10 in fucking liquid, you freaking the fuck out. Knowing that $10 is not going to make or break your day, but man, the emotions that you got attached to it got you feeling anxiety, got you feeling like a fucking loser, got you feeling disappointed, got you feeling depressed, got you not even want to go to work, got you not even want to talk to nobody. When butterflies and nervousness appears, that is your spirit talking to your ego, the yin and yang, and telling him, hey, we're not prepared, bro. We're not prepared. And this is why I always tell people, skills will put you in places where the character can't stand. So if you're an individual who is literally still getting nervous while taking trades, it's the simple fact you have a skill and you don't possess the character for the skill. And the only way to enhance the character is you got to farm it. You got to plant the seeds. You got to water it. You got to hit the sunlight. You got to sing to it. You got to properly prepare. You got to get in the recorded sessions. You got to start learning little bit by little bit. Don't try to learn everything. Learn little bit by little bit. Do you guys understand? I get on here every day and I talk to you guys about the same shit. Go to the week, get the highest high, get the roof, get the floor, go to the day, trap the floor, boom, go to the 4 hour, find the gaps. You've been with me for 4 years and I've told you the same shit. I just personally make it entertaining because I'm an entertaining guy. I'm the funniest motherfucker in the world. So I just make it hella entertaining. But I never talk different. People say, oh, let me see US 30. I go to US 30, I trap the day, I give you the gap, and then boom, it hits. Whether it's going to be a win or a loss, I don't care. That's just where the gap is at. That's where the liquidity is at. It could blast through or not. But if any one of my zones get blast through, within the following day, it will get retested, and it's just the opposite zone, and you just take it to the opposite side. It's literally just that simple. So that's the power of performance. So when I'm in performing, I'm not getting nervous. Because for one, I'm understanding structure, I'm understanding the market, I'm understanding economical news, I'm understanding the environment I'm placing it in. I have a trading routine. I have people that love me around me that are also supporting me. So therefore, I have no reason to be nervous at this point because spiritually, I got my shit together. Physically, I got my shit together. Mentally, I got my shit together. Let's go. The results are not going to determine the energy that I'm going to produce. As a salesman or as an agreement specialist, I always tell people, never allow the actual environment to project the energy that you produce. So people say to me, yo, Mr. H, how do I start recruiting when I'm in this small ass town? Never allow your environment to project the energy that you're going to produce. If you have a small ass town, that means it should be an easier impact. What people can't afford. Well, yes, they can. Go to their DoorDash menu. Go to their history and their DoorDash, their Uber Eats. Go there. Go to their Apple store and see how many subscriptions they got on their phone that they don't even use. Go there. People say, man, I don't have time. Go to their phone, go to their settings, go to screen time, and look, if you got 3-4 hours on your phone on screen time, right now, somebody tell me what's your screen time. My screen time will be hella low now for the simple fact I've been on the weekend with Igenius. Yeah, so I got 31 minutes of screen time right now. You see? It's hella low. It's hella low. Yeah, look. I have 0 minutes of screen time. Look. This is for the last 3-4 days. Why do I have 0 minutes of screen time? Because I'm not on my phone. It is not time to be on your phone when the 90% customer base is in your face asking questions. Now that's the power of events. Because now the energy that you receive from your phone and from your computer, you can get it high vibing right there live. You can touch, you can hug, you can heal, you can cry, you can pray. I walked by 3 of my people praying with Alex's mama. Do you understand how powerful that was? See, not everybody see it, but I saw it. And I was just telling myself, maybe I should pray. Maybe I should start praying a little more. Because I was just like asking myself, like, bro, why you ain't on stage? Like, why? You have to process that. You really need to process that. And I started telling myself this because I have to be aware of my own feelings also. Yeah, I'm laughing, I'm high vibing, I'm helping, I'm servicing, but then I go, well, yo, why you weren't performing, bro? Why you didn't perform? It would have been so much better if you would have got on stage and the same people that were loving you, they would have praised you on the stage. So I said to myself, I know what I did last time to get on stage. Now I have to get back onto that. And what that means is spreading light, planting more seeds in the business. So I said, you know what? Fuck retail. I got to get out of retail because retail is making me grow hair and pull it out. And I ain't even got hair. It makes me want to grow my hair just to pull it out. Shout out to Lakita and Latanya who basically laced me with the money-making orange hat and then came back with I will make you rich. Yesterday, I got my first person outside of the actual convention that came up to me and just said, how? And I said, this is exactly what that hat is going to bring in my life. The how. Because most people see me on social media and they go, show me how much you didn't make. Show me your results. How much money you like people coming to me like this. And those are the individuals who, no matter how much money you show them. So let me tell you guys, if you're waiting to show the business, if you're waiting to break down the business to individuals and show them results to make them join you, it will never work because your results will never be enough in their eyes. The results will never be enough. So I realized no matter how much money I show them, I can show people 6 figures right now in the bank account. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's a screen. That ain't, you see? It's the people that want to know how you're doing it are the most important. And these are the people that you take from their environment. Like if you bought a plant from Walmart, if you bought a plant from Home Depot, and you take that plant and you receive that plant in a pot, you must unwrap that plant, take that plant, dig a hole, and then place and position that plant in the place where it gets the max amount of sun, max amount of energy, all that. You got to talk to the people who want to know how, not the people who are saying, show me the money. Talk about how, because those are the individuals going to go, yo, bro, I'm not where you are, but I for sure need some help. So how do I get started? I'm not where you at, but I sure need some help, man. Like, how do I get started? How do I get started? How do I start trading? How do I get in those Zooms? How do I get in those chats? How do I get those signals? How do I get on? It's the how that should spark the light of going, you might just need to be planted in different soil. It's like the water bottle. It's like you have Febreze right here. You take this Febreze in Walmart, it's literally $4.99. You take this same Febreze and you buy it in the airport, it's literally smaller and literally $15. It's just about positioning yourself in the proper position to get max value. So if you learn anything out of this live, start making the choices that are going to bring the max amount of value to you. And let me tell you, there's no other choice one should be making is to specifically learn this skill little bit by little bit. And as you're learning it, teach it to someone that you know. Teach it to your children, teach it to your husband, teach it to your boyfriend. And if they don't like it, get rid of those motherfuckers. Let me tell you straight. Get rid of those motherfuckers. I don't know how else to tell you. It's the most lucrative thing you can do. I was explaining to a good friend of mine. I was like, back in my heyday, man, I used to have a whole bunch of women interacting out of my life. And I met this beautiful woman one time. She was so fucking beautiful. But she came into my house and I always got frequency on. She was like, can you turn that off? That shit is annoying. You can get out. You can get out until date. When I ever like I see her or I see her on my social media, she was like, you did me so bad, you just kicked me out your house. You ain't even on the right frequency. I don't care how fine you are. You ain't even on the right frequency already. You don't like frequency music. Oh, bitch, you got to go. That's just like I used to say, man, if my dogs don't like you, hell, I don't like you. Like if my dog's growling at you, my dogs are full of love. If they growling at you, bitch, I'm growling at you. Straight up. Straight up. So I'm here to tell y'all guys, like, understand the farming of your own financial situation. And if you're not financially where you need to be, you need to go back to that land, till the land, plant new seeds. That requires new actions, new watering, new sunlight, new energy, new movement, new actions, new proper preparation, preventing poor performances. This is what we on. So I'm going to do new shit with same energy and do more. Do more. So I love you guys, man. Y'all make the rest of your day the best of your day. I'm going to get my day started. So I'm excited. I love you guys. Y'all take care. This is beautiful people. Like the live, share the live, drop your comments on the live. We did good today. Y'all take care, man. I'll see everybody tomorrow for Wig Talk, 4 a.m. We'll be back on point, dropping lace and trades, the markets. I have some really good news for you guys about some things that I found out. So it's on and popping. So I love you guys, man. Y'all take care. This is beautiful people.